Hi, it's your friend Brain. Before we start today's episode of Deck the Hallmark, this When Calls the Heart episode, wanted to remind you that if you're watching this on Philo, thank you for doing so. Would you do us a favor and just tell everybody that you know that you're watching it on Philo? That'd be fantastic. Tell them how amazing Philo is and that you can watch Deck the Hallmark on it. They won't be disappointed. And if you are not watching us on Philo, if you're listening to the podcast right now, hello. Good day. Would you consider giving Philo a shot? Philo.tv/DTH. I think you're going to enjoy it. Plus, you can watch this episode of Deck the Hallmark covering When Calls the Hearts right now. So head to Philo.tv/DTH. Without further ado, let's get to some When Calls the Heart.
Greetings. Earthlings. I'm back. I'm Bran. And I love When Calls the Heart.
Hello, darlings. I'm Jax, and I like When Calls the Heart.
I don't know what to do now. Pip, pip, cheerio. I'm Dan.
Is this a British alien?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it tea time yet? I despise When Calls the Heart. And this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck with the Hallmark, it's his podcast.
Brandon and friends host this podcast.
We hope you like this jolly podcast.
What's up, ballers, shot callers?
Yeah, boy.
It's
Wham,
Bran.
wham, wham, wham.
It's Bran. It's Jax. It's Dan. And this is a big deal. This is a day that people have circled on the calendar. It's April, and it is the final episode of When Calls the Heart so far.
Wow. And
We're
gonna
officially
get
caught up.
At least a 2-month break.
At least I think
You would think so.
They've announced it,
Yeah.
but it's off. I can't remember off the top of my head.
2-3 months, we're going to get to where we don't have to watch any of this.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's only like 3 weeks from now.
Please don't. No.
I'm teasing
Time's
you.
a moving target.
I'm loving what they're doing so far, though, with the other series on the network.
Oh, Ride is really fun.
Oh, yeah.
Love
I've taken to calling that Mellowstone.
Oh,
Yes.
See what I
that's
did there?
good. That's
I like
good.
that.
It's like Yellowstone without any of the intrigue, drama, or any of that.
Yeah,
I
that's
love it.
real good,
Yeah.
buddy.
I love
That's
the
real good.
podcast that you guys been doing about it.
Oh, hasn't it been great?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of coverage.
Tons.
Me too. Guys, how's everything going with kind of the 1776 book you guys are writing?
Oh, listen, we've had our ups and downs. There was the whole index kerfuffle where we were in a pretty big disagreement about where Tea Party should fit into that, if it was one word or 2 words. And we don't need to drag it back up, because if we do, then we probably will stop talking, and I don't want that as the last episode.
I think things are. It's
But
fine.
we're at Lexington and Concord right now,
Yeah.
and we're moving our way through. And Jax is very passionate about that battle in particular.
Yeah.
And
What
so-
about the battle are you passionate about?
I don't like war. What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing.
So
Say it
that's
again?
where we're in
Yeah.
war.
Ugh!
Good God, y'all.
What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing.
Say it again. War.
Good God, y'all. I do
think
want
it's
to make
gonna
it
be really
clear,
good.
Lexington and Concord was in 1775, not 1776. And
But
I
you
just-
gotta
put, it's a preface.
you gotta
So we're
look.
still in the preface, Brand. It's taken a while. That's the
When
short
you see
version.
the word therefore, you got to figure out what the therefore is there for. So,
Ooh, amen.
amen.
God is good.
All the time.
God is good.
All the time. Guys, you're talking about When Calls the Heart, season 9, episode 12, called.
You better not shout.
Oh, interesting. Is another Christmas episode? Jax?
You better not cry.
Okay. This is rock, comma, a bye, like a bye, comma,
BYE.
baby.
Yeah, baby.
Rock a bye, baby.
That's
And
a darn clever title. Honestly.
Rock a bye, baby. Originally aired on May 22nd, 2022, 222022.
What?
May
22202.
May 222022.
Got it.
With a little something.
Lucas.
Rosemary finds, great job, Bri. Rosemary finds the offer from Hearst. And he's like, yeah, about that. So they offered it to me. I forgot. They didn't offer it to you, so I didn't see what. It was me. It was a me, not you situation. So just whatever, threw out the door. Gustav. Is it Gustav? Gustav.
What did you think it was after all this time?
Gustave?
Gustave. He changed his name for the finale.
All
Gustave shows up at Elizabeth's door worried about Lucas. He's not sure really how long he's going to be gone. He's never been this long without his buddy. Like, this is a long time for buddy. So he's a little bit concerned. We see Lucas. He's just camping in the wilderness, just pondering life, all that life has to offer. Rosemary wakes Lee up early in the morning to talk about that Hearst offer, and she doesn't understand why he's not interested. You could go anywhere, L.A., Chicago, New York, and he's just like, yeah, this is our home. I'm coming home to the place where I belong.
Is that Gowan singing Daughtry?
Yeah.
Where
Love has always been enough for me, Christopher. Elizabeth, you guys remember Christopher?
I do.
Boy.
Elizabeth.
He's engaged to Rachel now.
Oh, we love that for them.
It's so good.
Who gets
I remember
married
what Rachel
first?
is and what she looks like.
Who gets
She was
married
the
first?
other Christina Ricci looked
Oh, the first Christina
Yeah.
Ricci. What were we going to say?
Who gets married first, Christopher and Rachel, or Jackson Alex?
Christopher and Rachel.
Yeah, clearly.
everyone has a lot of faith in me. Fair enough.
Elizabeth asked Nathan to go check on Lucas, and he gives her a hard time, as you know, brothers do.
Brother, sister. It's a real Luke
brother,
and Leia
sister.
situation.
Not weird there at all.
Nathan finds out that finds Lucas, and it's clear that Lucas has no idea what he's doing. He offers to stay for tea, to help chop wood, to fix his tent. What a bro. The town sees a prisoner being dropped off, and it's Gowan. He turned himself in for blowing up that mine. They take him into jail. The people of Hope Valley crowd around him and cheer for him. MVP, MVP. They love him. Rosemary meets with Faith about the whole pregnancy situation. She says that her morning sickness is over. How's she going to know if she's pregnant? And she says, just be on the lookout for a little flutter in the tum-tum. That's how you'll know. Faith talks to Molly about how she maybe has a crush on Nathan, but doesn't know what to do about that because he's her patient. So that's, unfortunate and for her, because everyone is. Elizabeth finds Nathan. He's back, and he's like, Lucas is fine. He's going to come back. Don't you worry. Elizabeth thanks her, and Nathan does a little bit more joking. Classic. Faith sees Nathan has come back and starts to approach him, but then he sees that May is back as well. And she finds Nathan, and that's exciting for them. Molly goes to see Faith and check on her since May is back. And Faith is like, no, I'm kind of relieved, blah, blah, blah. Classic. Joseph comes by the jail to talk to Gowan. And Gowan says, hey, would you mind teaching me how to pray? And Joseph does just that. We assume it cuts before we get to the good stuff. As Rosemary and Lee are closing up for the day, they hear someone yell, fire! The saloon is on fire! Lee runs to help. Now, this is good.
Bar
This
is on fire.
you might be wondering, how, in 1990, how are they going to do this? How are they going to handle this?
Man, if only the mayor had thought of buying like a fire hose and a little fire hose.
He did think about that. We got a little fire hose situation. And now Lee runs out of the fire. He didn't start the fire, and now everyone's like, but what about Lucas? Lucas comes riding up on a horse, jumps off the horse. He's there now to help with the fire as well. Woo, thank goodness. Bill is going to leave town to get healthy. Will he ever return to Hope Valley?
Who knows?
I don't know.
Hope so.
This is the end of the season. I don't know. We find out Elizabeth is talking to Lucas, and Lucas is like, even if I lost the saloon forever, at least I'd still have love. And that makes me the richest man in the world. Frickham is officially stepping down as mayor. Now that Bill's gone, does that leave Lee as the potential mayor?
decides to leave town for Hearst? I know we said no, but anything can happen.
Well, let's find out. Rosemary and Lee are settling down for a long winter's nap after that fire.
Wait a minute.
Getting ready to fall asleep, she notices a little flutter in the tum-tum. She sits up and she says, I'm pregnant. And Lee finally hears her, gets out of bed, does a whole wonderful life situation, running through the town.
Mary,
We're pregnant.
we're pregnant. Mary,
Rosemary's
we're gonna have a
pregnant,
baby.
Mary.
We're gonna have a baby.
We're gonna have a baby. A last of the moon for that
Last of
baby.
the moon, and a boy or girl, it doesn't matter, Mary. Cubs win. Cubs win.
Now the episode ends. You might be wondering how this season's going to end. Lucas and Elizabeth are walking around. They're making holiday plans because I guess the holidays that we did. Now we're back. It's getting ready. What are we going to do?
Now we didn't, and there could be one.
Little Jack hands Elizabeth something. She's like, okay, whatever. Put it in my pocket. Then she realizes what it is, holds it out. It's a ring. Lucas bends down on one knee to propose. She says yes. And that, my friends, was When Calls the Heart, Season 9, Episode 12, Rock-a-Bye Baby. We're going to take a quick break,
Do we
and we'll
have
be
to,
back
Brian?
to, I think we do.
Can we not stretch out this first segment and just really think about the good times?
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Good times.
Dun, 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 dun. 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 Dun, 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 dun. Dun. Hit it, Brian! Tequila.
Just
Dad,
tequila's all you
gummit.
had to do. We were trying to create one good time. Unbelievable.
Just trying to create one good time.
Da, 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 da. Hey,
Nailed
welcome back,
it.
everybody. We are season finale, series finale. No, it's coming back. Of When Calls the Heart, season 9. Let's break this episode down. Do you think it's more rock, more baby, more buys?
What was the
find
buy?
out.
Bill?
Yeah.
Bill.
Okay.
Bill by Rock, Elizabeth, and Lucas, and Baby.
Yeah.
Jack.
Mary and Lee,
Oh,
and
yes.
Baby Jack.
Let's break this episode down. Jax, what'd you think about it? Hot take
I
it.
had fun with this one, you guys. I thought it was a great finale. It was everything I wanted it to be and more. I thought the proposal was really, really beautiful. Gorgeous ring, like the little Jack was involved. I am so happy, and I'll get more into it in all the feels, but that Rosemary and Lee are having a baby. I thought there were so many memorable scenes in this episode, and that's something that I could not say about episode 11, the
for
penultimate
sure.
episode. We have what I think is a really great scene between Bill and Elizabeth. We have a phenomenal scene, even though it does get cut off too short, between Gowan and Joseph. I thought there was a lot happening. The saloon fire was maybe unnecessary, but why not? They had the pyrotechnics to do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. Tinker's gonna tink, tink, tink,
Tinker's
tink,
gonna
tink.
tink. So I'll say this. I do agree. I thought it was a good finale. I think like last season's finale was like the perfect finale for the show. This because it felt like everything was wrapped up that needed to be wrapped up, and it did a really good job. This one, like I have questions, and so that means there has to be another season. And so like I felt like last season was the like
Perfect
probably should have just been
off-ramp,
done.
yes.
But now that we're here, now there are things I need to know answers to. So next season will be that. But yeah, I love a good fire. I love a Gowan praying. I love a good proposal. So overall, a good time over in Hope Valley to close out another stellar season of When Calls the Heart.
The only thing that kept season 9 from being in the cellar with season 7 and season 2 were the last 3 or 4 episodes, where there was some filler in 11 for sure. But the last 3 or 4 episodes had that same feel that 8 had from just swinging for the fences. A lot less stakes, unless you cared about the oil mine plot line, which I've never met someone who has. But it's still probably my third least favorite season of all of them. But the last 4 had some moments. Gowan, especially Gowan, the last 4 episodes really saved this season for me. The proposal was fun. Not great, but the last 4 are much more palatable than the previous 8.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Let's talk about feels. Any feels for you?
Oh, yes. I mean, I think that we've been wanting Lee and Rosemary because they want to, not because all couples need to have children, but they want children.
That's right.
Just wanted to get that across before my parents start asking. But I thought it was really beautiful when she has this moment and she realizes that she is having a baby and she tells Lee. And he has this unbridled joy that he just needs to run out into the streets and tell everyone. I thought it was so sweet. And they tell each other they love each other. And then, of course, the proposal. It's really, really adorable. Little Jack has the ring. Yeah, he's playing fast and loose with that. And anything could happen, but who cares? Lucas is rich, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, whatever,
Another
it doesn't
one.
matter.
And I was really touched when Nathan told Elizabeth that, she could do worse than Bouchard. I actually thought that was really sweet. And it sort of reminds you that in life, you never know what's going to happen. Because a year ago, we were thinking he was heartbroken over her. Now they moved on to a different place. I don't quite think it's a brother-sister feel, but it's something, and it's friendship, and I'm optimistic for how they can grow together in this friendship over the course of
there's
season
no
10.
weird tension between
Not
them.
at all.
Not at all, I would say. So, I mean, I know I try to make my feels Gowan-centric as often as possible, but in this case, a double feature here. I love that he got a standing ovation from the town, and, like, his reaction to it was fantastic. Like, not the reaction that I was expecting. But then the scene where Joseph comes in and he tells him that he doesn't know how to pray. Can you teach him? Boy, howdy, it was a powerful scene, and he just absolutely crushed it. I would have paid money to see the actual prayer, but we win some, you lose some. Tinker's going to tink. Dan?
Tinker's going to tink, and my feels are the same as Brand's. The second half of that, Gowan in the prayer scene, is probably as dramatically good as the series gets. So I'll take it, and we can move.
Let's take one more quick break. We'll be right back here on
Take the Hallmark.
Tequila. Mac, not now.
Mac, I don't know how many times we have to go over this.
We're back, everybody. Welcome back to What Calls the Heart. Sorry. We hate
Personal. It's admin stuff.
we
There's nothing
hate
we can do.
we hate dirty laundry
Yeah.
and airing it, and when he brings it in here.
You guys are really rude to Mac.
We're not rude to Mac,
You're
Jack.
okay with Mac?
Mac, I'm sorry.
You're fine with Mac.
Wow.
I'm more than
You're
fine
fine with Mac coming in here with his dirty underwear and
unbelievable.
holding it up for us to see while we're recording.
He's just showing we have that kind of relationship. Never mind.
He has a T-shirt that says "Long live the patriarchy." You're fine.
It's ironic.
with Mac.
Dan, it's ironic.
He drives a Hummer, an old one. One of the old ones, like 6 miles to the gallon.
That's true. I do. have a
He was
problem with
being
that. I do have a
investigated by
problem
the
with that.
FBI for 6 months, and he told us not to worry about it. It would clear up. They don't have any
And I
photographic
believe
proof, he
him.
said.
He's the guy that said no to the engagement plot on Hallmark. You're okay with Mac?
From way back when, huh?
Oh, I didn't know that. Mac, you're dead to me. But everyone watched it on Up TV, and it was super successful.
It was unreal.
I think I won a Decky for it.
That's right.
If I
yeah.
remember correctly.
Yeah, I
a
think you
record
do.
breaker.
I was nominated at
Mate,
least.
so many deckies.
Yeah.
So many decades.
So many
Yeah,
deckies.
so little time.
Let's talk about Way What's. Anything stick out to you, Jax?
Yeah, I only have one little one, and that I'm just. I hope I don't sound like a broken record here, but I don't know why they're even putting it into our heads, the Faith and Nathan thing.
I don't know.
I'm so upset
bad.
about it.
Yeah.
And I don't like. They should have learned we don't like love triangles, or especially we don't need another love triangle with Nathan. Everyone wants him to just be happy, and if that's a slow going, that's fine. I know you want to kiss Brand, and you didn't get it, so I'm sorry, but. Please do not do anything more with Faith and Nathan. I like May Sue. Just stop. Faith and Hickam, maybe. Doesn't have to be, but I'm fine with it. But just stop.
Yeah, that's fair. I think this is like somehow a more confusing love triangle than last season's love
Truly.
triangle. Like, I honestly don't know if it's supposed to be. I'm baffled by the whole thing. It's a weird love triangle.
It
and,
is
then
wild.
and then you take May out of the season for
Most
3
of it.
episodes?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Felt like at least half or a quarter or a third of the
I
season.
think it was just a few, but yeah.
Yeah, because we like her, so we felt
Yeah.
her absence.
That's right.
Yes. My biggest one is I have a 3-year-old, as
There
here
is
in
no
April of
universe.
2023. I would never, in a million years, give that. And I love him. I would never give him a ring and be like, "You bring that to mommy, and this I'm going to give you the cue." No, it's not happening. There, we got a buddy. Thank God it worked out. Thank God it worked out. But the last thing that Elizabeth needs is another engagement, non-engagement, like she had a couple episodes ago. So that would have been bad if, like, he gets down on one knee expecting Jack to hand it over, and Jack's over there throwing stuff into the river.
I got my wife
You got
a
it, buddy.
gift when my kids were 4.5, and I was like, boys, you're gonna, and it involved their their birthstone and the stone of the month they came home in and things like that. And I talked to them, and I was like, guys, we got mom this gift. We're going to give her this gift, blah, blah, blah. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to blah, blah, blah. She walks in the door and they go, Mom, we got you a gift. Like, there is no world where the 3-year-old doesn't go up to his mom and go, hey, I give you the ring now? Ring now?
Yeah, actually, that would have been cute.
That would have been way better.
Yeah.
Like, if it didn't work, right?
Yeah,
That would have
Mom, I
been,
give you the ring now. That's cute.
Yeah.
Dan.
Yeah, I'm going to
you
write.
should be writing
for
on
them.
them.
Come
Yeah,
on.
I like it.
Easy stuff.
Did he have any other ones?
I did. I love how Elizabeth is so confident in what the letter says. She doesn't have to open it. But last episode, she thought a box of earrings was an engagement ring. I don't know. After that fiasco, maybe look at the letter to be safe. You can put it back in the envelope. You don't have to tell anybody, but maybe confirm.
You know, they say trust but verify.
Yeah, trust but verify. Just maybe confirm, since you were just a huge swing and a miss on the last thing you knew for certain. I'm just asking, why is Bill Avery giving his last will and testament to Elizabeth?
Is that a real question?
Yeah.
I think Aaron Krakow wanted another good scene, and I don't blame her. If I was producing this, I'd be like, "Kid, give that to me too." I'll
Okay,
take
it's
that.
all right. That's
Mama's
a better
number one
answer.
on the call sheet.
That's a better answer than any character reason.
Yeah.
Because they never get scenes together. Bill and Elizabeth very rarely get scenes together, and it just seemed like out of left field that he would, like, you'd think he'd leave it with Nathan. They've spent the better part of 3 years together. They've shared an office. They've had each other's back in gunfights. He also is an officer of the law that can execute the will. Seems like Nathan Grant is the perfect person to give this will and
I don't
testament
disagree
to.
with you at all, but they both killed it in the scene with their acting, so I was like kind of okay with it, even though it didn't make sense.
So you think she came in and said, Mama's number one on the call sheet?
Mama's number one on the call.
Aaron, if you're listening,
Aaron
that's what you
Krakow,
came
I
in,
love
you're
you.
like,
You killed
put
in
your-
that scene.
put your
I'm
foot
saying
down.
you, Mama, are number one on the call sheet, Mama. I love you, Mama.
I'm sorry,
I still like to
Mama.
work for Hallmark, Mama.
Hallmark Mama. I like that. Very good.
You like
And
Hallmark
then-
Mama? You don't like when I tried to coin Hallmark Daddy?
Yeah, you could try to make yourself Hallmark Dad.
Right.
I'm not Hallmark Mama.
No, she was trying to make Elizabeth Hallmark Mama.
Mama. Yeah, he gets
Yeah,
it.
I understand.
You
You're
can't
Hallmark
make
Dad.
yourself Hallmark Daddy.
I mean, I did try and help you with the Hallmark
She did
Daddy
help
thing, but
me.
then I got in trouble with Ted.
That's fair. That's
Classic.
Fair. That's yeah. I don't want to get into that any more than we need
Hallmark
to.
Daddy wants to know if you have any more.
Where's he? Is he around here? Mac, did you bring in Hallmark Daddy? No, you didn't.
Get out!
Yeah, I do need to know how Lucas knew the saloon was on fire. He's away in the woods, and then the saloon's on
He
fire.
saw the smoke?
and he comes riding into
At night?
town. That's pretty quick from where he was.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty quick ride. And
Do you have a map in your mind of like where he, like how the town
it's
is?
far enough
with-
away where Elizabeth doesn't go visit him in a day and sends Nathan to ride up there when she can ride herself. That's far.
That's a good point.
So that means she's teaching all day. She can't ride afterwards. So it's got to be at least a few hours there and back.
But she had that scene with Bill. Like, there was,
There's nothing we can do about it. Airtight.
Mama,
Airtight.
Mama only has so much time in the day.
And I'm not here to question anyone's choices, except if Joseph and Minnie want a picnic and the blanket won't stay on the ground because of the wind, you have waited too late to decide that a picnic was not right today. I mean, that's just basic common sense, I feel like. And that is all I have.
And that is picnic talk with
Welcome
Dan.
to Picnic Talk with Dan.
Next week, he'll answer your questions on types of quilts that make
right.
for good seats.
Maple syrup, too sticky for a nick? Come on back and find out.
Well, it's time for the final Hopes and Valley segment of the season.
It feels like of forever.
Jax, what are you maybe hoping for, looking forward to, looking into season 10 that has not come out yet? We are finally at the point where we literally don't know what's going to happen. It's very exciting. What's your hope?
I'm really hopeful. I mean, this is kind of stealing this from you, what you wanted at the end of the season, but I hope that Nathan finds love, gets a kiss. I hope we get a wedding, and I hope that we get our baby Coulter.
I think all of those are very possible next season.
Yeah.
I would
That's
say
it.
yes to all of that. And it would be a great way. You know what my hope is, and I've had a good time in Hope Valley, and for the most part, it's been a journey well spent. I hope the next season's the last season. If they do all of what you said, another wedding for Elizabeth, a baby, and Nathan finally getting a kiss, there is no reason to continue this program.
None at all.
No reason.
None at
That's
all.
everything that anyone could have ever asked for. Let's make next season the best season yet. Yeah. Dan?
We're going to go to Baby Culture. We're going to go to a second wedding. We're going to go to a Nathan Kiss. Yeah.
That's right. You get it.
I wish this season was the last. Instead of sharing a valley, I'm just going to share that, the last two seasons here at this corner of Hope Valley has felt like a long summer camp week, like a long lock-in. And I feel like we've learned a lot about each other.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of fun. And I'm just proud that we made it through it over the last 6 months week.
6 months week.
I'm proud
Time
that
is
we
moving
made
target.
it through it, and our hopes came true that we did this.
Yeah.
That we
Yeah.
actually completed it, never missed
And
one.
shout out to
flew down.
Ted.
Shout out to Ted.
Thank
Shout
you,
out to the
Ted.
airline service.
Shout out to Brian for producing 6 of the 24 episodes.
That's right.
Shout out to Sheila for fact checking us on at least half a dozen episodes as well. Shout out to everyone involved.
Except for Mac.
Except for Mac. Not on your life, Mac. We did it.
You were fine with him. Unbelievable.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It's literally the worst human being.
Do we have a final What's Calling My Heart?
We do, kind of.
Okay.
Is
I'm
this from
intrigued.
the
Our
Jets?
administrative assistant found When Calls the Heart from March 31st of 2022
Wow. Okay.
that we had missed somehow. And so we're going to read that one now. In preparation for season 10, we are all out.
So this email is over a year old.
This email is over a year old.
All right. Well, let's see how it makes.
and it is very specific.
All right. Great.
This is from Victoria Kelly.
Okay.
What's calling my heart? What's calling my heart? It says it twice. The first time in quotes, the second time
You
with a
sit up
question
a little
mark.
bit more.
What's calling my heart? What's calling my heart?
Right.
The thought that y'all may be psychic.
All right.
I was
Tell me
listening
more.
to the Queen of Hearts episode Thursday afternoon.
Wow.
I had saved it for my dentist visit because the dentist scares me.
Also.
I'm in the chair full of anxiety, clenching my cell phone during the regular dentist visit. Apparently she's listening while the dentist is doing their thing, which is
I didn't know that was
Oh,
allowed.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm in for listening to podcasts while the dentists do their
Yeah,
like.
I
I'm in the blah blah blah.
The
and
problem though with that though, if like the sound might be loud, like because you know what,
Yeah.
sometimes when you do this and it's like the inside is louder than the outside. You know what I'm saying?
no,
do.
Yes, you do.
you think that the dentist would be able to hear the music
No,
through your
no, no,
mouth?
no.
Okay.
That what the dentist is doing in
Is
your mouth
louder.
is louder in your mind because you're not hearing. You got all
Is there
the
a difference between louder in your ear and louder in your mind?
yes. So when you
Well, I had it cranked all the way up. It was clearly louder, but the dentist was louder in my mind.
it's loud, like it's a different type of loud. That's why singers hold their ear so they can hear better. How am I saying
So
how-
they hear them less
No. So that you can actually hear better what's coming in here.
in your mind.
In your mind.
In your heart.
In your heart.
In your soul.
Jax is with me. You know
And-
exactly what I'm talking
Jax
about.
is hesitantly, tentatively with you. And I'm in the, I'm clenching my cell phone during the regular dentist visit, and y'all start singing about dentists?
Whoa.
What? Y'all are my people. I don't
remember this.
You remember the
this is a
dentist
long
song?
time
Like a
ago.
Little Shop of Horrors situation?
No. Dentist shop of horrors. Y'all are my people. Thanks for making my dentist trip better on all levels. Good news, no cavities. Hey, Victoria, nicely done. P.S. Great clapback, Panda. When you told Dan he's 1/3 of the show. Elizabeth and bikes are still pretty cool.
Elizabeth and bikes?
I'll read that last. This is it. I don't have a sign or a
Okay.
send off of any kind. P.S. Great clapback, Panda, when you told Dan he's 1/3 of the show.
Agree.
Elizabeth and bikes are still pretty cool. So thank you, Victoria, for telling us what's going your heart.
You guys perfectly orchestrated the reading of those that we ended on the most profound one.
That's right.
in the
Yeah,
final
yeah.
episode.
Elizabeth and bikes are both still pretty cool.
I would
liked it,
say
though. I
so.
thought that was a fun
I
one.
would say so.
My favorite part is Victoria probably will listen to this a year later and go, "Oh, they didn't forget me."
They didn't forget me, yes.
right.
And we're glad that you take good care of your teeth, Victoria.
Absolutely. We
right.
did, everybody.
Hey.
Congratulations. We will not be back next week with another one, but we'll
No,
be
we
back
won't.
eventually with season 10. Until then, may we be the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Yes.